That is a good fish. This will be the test for this rod right here, guys. Oh. All right, guys, I was up at 5 a.m. this morning, was heading up here to Lake Norman, gonna catch the sun coming up over the water, and well, when I got out of bed and started checking the weather, I saw a dense fog advisory, and as you can tell, I am in the middle of it. Gonna go with it. Can't really make a run to where I wanted to go. It's literally zero visibility out here. So I'm gonna do some trolling through here. I'm trying out a new rod today. It's these Ugly Stik GX2 rods that they sent me to try out, and I'm gonna see how these things work, how they work for catfishing. So let's get some baits in the water and hope this fog burns off. I know one bait that works on this lake is chicken, so I'm gonna start out with that, see what it gives us. Small chunks, guys. I'm just trying to get bit. I may put out a couple of large baits, but I'm just trying to get bit out here first thing. I got my regular Andy monofilament line on here, but I've got them all on Abu Garcia. Fishing reels, Santee rigs, and some Gamex's power handles. Boom, there's a fish. There is a fish on this rod. I just walked over to it. I noticed it was pulling really strange. This is the first one to hook up on this GX2 Ugly Stik. Dude, Ugly Stik is what I grew up. Well, I didn't grow up fishing on them. I dreamed of fishing on them as a kid, but when I started fishing for catfish, Ugly Stik catfish rods is what I was using. This is a whole different build than the catfish rod. Whole different bend to it. Gonna be interesting to play with and see how it works. This is on the perch side, by the way, guys. I just noticed it was kind of a weird pull, and right when I walk back here, I don't know if it sends vibration in the boat or what, but boom, fish hooked up. Bringing them in, baby. Let's see what we got here. Knock this one back into gear. Fog's starting to burn off. I can see a little bit further now. Driving in this morning, it was foggy. When I put the boat in, it was like, I can't see the lake. I think it's gonna blow out of here fairly quickly. But hey, I'm happy to get a fish. Bring them up nice and slow off the bottom. Real tempted to keep them. Real tempted to keep them and eat them. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to mess with them before I go out of town. Let's see what we got here. A lot of line out. There he is. That is. Huh. Is that what I think it is? That is a channel. No, that is channel cat. Deep water channel cat. Stuffed belly channel cat. We'll take them any way we can get them. Skunks out of the boat, cracked the ice on the Ugly Stik. Back alive. Well, pow, there's fish number one in the boat. Did not exactly load that rod up. Like I said, rod was just kind of bopping there a little bit and went to check it. And poof, we got a fish on. One thing about this lake is, generally speaking, it fishes a lot deeper than the lake I normally fish, or the two lakes I normally fish. Norman's deeper water, so we're gonna be getting into some 40, 50, 60 foot water up here, which is weird to look at on the screen. That's some of the deepest water in my home lake and the other lake below it that I fish. And up here, it's kind of a mid-range depth. There's 110 feet of water in some parts of this lake. So fishing 50, 60 foot of water is kind of mid-range. It's also gin clear water, so that's another difference. But we got number one, broke the ice with the Ugly Stik, and we're gonna keep trolling through here and see if we can get another one. Dude, that was a good takedown. Did he stay buttoned? Yes, he did. Boom, hooked up. Hooked up. That fish hit it good. I got one hitting on the outside planer too. That was a good takedown. Starting to get windy out here. Fog's still here, but it's windy. Ah, it's a good little fish on this rod. Get this rod out of the way. Starting to get some wind. Maybe this will blow the fog out. Temperatures are not bad out here today. It's actually comfortable. It looks more wintry than it actually is. What we got going on? I'm getting like some hits. That's a fish on that one. All this dragging and then poof. I may have two fish here, maybe doubled up, unless this fish got into that line, which is possible. The old Ugly Stik GX2. go. Good little test for today. Good little test. I don't think this is a channel catfish. I don't think this is a channel catfish. Hopefully it's not in that board, is it? He's either in that board. Oh no, that's maybe another fish over there. This is a good blue. Is he in that line? It's coming in like it is. Yeah, he's into that inside planer. To net him. He's definitely into the inside planer board. Nice fish. I don't know if he got the outside one or not. We'll have to reset that. That's a good healthy blue cat right there. Boom. Boop, he's in the net. We'll take that all day long, boys. How many lines we got? I think we got one. Let's get the mess undone here. Missed a chicken bait. Missed a chicken bait. Let's see if we can get this. Let me just show you what he looks like real quick. Fat, probably 14 pounds. Good fish. Little dark colored Lake Norman blue cat. We'll take that all day long. Good little test on that rod, big old mouth. Eating some chicken. I told you they'd eat it up here. Nothing on the perch yet. Sun's coming out. I'm seeing sunlight. This could be a good sign. Back alive. Well, pow, there's a good fish. That one, nice little test of the action on that rod there, about a 14 pounder. Looked like a male. In a place where I didn't mark a single thing on the sonar. It's funny on this lake, but at least where I'm at right now, you don't mark anything shallower than about 30 feet. It's just amazing how bodies of water will fish differently, you know, from one lake to another on the same chain, or, you know, rivers to lakes, that kind of thing. So that was a good fish. I think there's another one on that outside planer board. I got to check it. It got hit a second ago, and I'm gonna give a look at it, see if there's anything on it. But just continuing to pull. I'm about to the point I've got enough visibility to make a little run. I want to try pulling up into one of these long coves here and just try making a pull out of it to see if there is anything hiding up in there shallow. It's okay out here. You know, it's been good with the channel cat so far, but see if I can get onto some bigger blues. There could be a fish on this one. Let's see. Boom, feels like it. Doesn't feel like a giant, but when you're fishing in the fog, you take what you can get. The last one was a nice fish. I like that. He hit that rod. It was not on a planer board. It folded it over. Pretty good. These rods have a different bend to them than a lot of the catfish rods. The catfish rods seem to have a little more flexible tip and then a very strong back end. This is, it's got a different bend. I'll have to set it up one day in a video and show you just how they compare. It's one of those things that you may want. It may be something you don't want. That's the one thing about fishing rods. There's all kinds of different actions and the way they bend, don't bend, all that kind of stuff that's different for everybody in their way of fishing. I feel like I can catch them on anything. I like the different stuff though. So we got here, oh, another channel. I'm on the channel cats up here. Come here, big boy. Oh, boom, a lot of mud on the bottom of this one. I've been dragging those pieces of cut bait. We ain't had a fish on it. So definitely chicken works on this lake. A lot of mud on him, a lot of mud. Back alive. He gone. Well, boom, decided to get those baits back out, check that planer board, and yep, there was a fish on it. Hit it about the same time, a channel cat. Another nice channel cat. I'll say this, these aren't little dinky channel cats. These are 4 or 5 pound fish, which is a welcome change. If you're gonna catch some, at least they got a little size to them. Still don't know exactly where these blues are. Coming off of this long point here, I'm gonna drag it a little bit further, probably about 15-20 minutes. And as you can see behind me over here, I'm starting to see some land. So So I think I got enough visibility now to make a little run down through here and try another spot. Maybe see if some of these blues are up in these coves, some of these long coves. The one thing about this lake, the cove pockets it's got are pretty big, pretty significant. So I'm gonna try some of those just to see if some fish are back in there. Not marking a lot of bait out here. So that might be where some of these fish are holding up. Boom, I think this outside planer board has a fish. Pretty sure that's a fish. I ain't felt a head shake. I think it's a fish. Better I'm dragging a log. Let's see. We can get it inside this other planer. I was actually reeling stuff in, believe it or not. Other rods on this side of the boat are already in, was gonna make a move. Then I hook into a fish and actually start marking a bunch of stuff on the sonar. Go figure. That's usually the way it goes in my life. I get to a place where I'm like, there's nothing in here. And then poof. If you want to see what the bend looks like on this rod, there you go. It's a little different dynamic than most of the catfish rods. Don't know if you like that or don't like that. It's a little more steady a bend all the way down the blank to about the Ugly Stik mark. There's a better fish. These are Abu Garcia 6500s, by the way, if you hadn't noticed. Got some old models. One of the most expensive reels I know there, at least in the Abu Garcia class. And some of them super old. A lot of them I got off eBay back in the day when you could get some really good deals on 6500. A little bit harder nowadays to do that. It's kind of deep. What depth are we up to now? Back up in the 50-foot range. Hopefully I don't have to burp this big boy. He's taking his time coming up though. A lot of line out there. It was deep. I was coming through about 80 feet of water. There we go, there we go. A little shaky shake head. We can get him straight out the back here. Nice blue, nice blue. Nice one. Get in there, come on big boy. Boom, he's in it. Got him. He won't make the cut on a teen fish. Well, he swallowed that hook though. Good. There we go. Got him. Another one. Finally got another blue. Good little hit, good little taker. Heck yeah. Nice fish. Bag of life. All right, guys, I put that one in the boat. That was fish number 6. I decided to make a little run to a different part of the lake. First time I've got the boat on plane today. Clouds are gone, or the fog's gone. It's not a cloud in the sky, clear as a bell. So I'm gonna make a pull down through here, try some of the deeper water stuff. That seemed to be what was working up there. Fish seemed to be off these points and humps, at least where I was fishing. I'm gonna see if that pattern translates over here. It's again, gin clear water. You up here shallow, 30 feet. I don't mark a single thing. You hit 40, 50, 60, 70 feet, boom, fish start showing up. So we'll see if we can stick another one. If I got a fish on here in my hunt, if it's a fish, it's a lethargic fish. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. 60 feet of water, dragging through some deep stuff. It's a chicken bait. If he's on there, I didn't see him hit. That would not be surprising. Wind's picking up, got a few clouds rolling in, so much better than it was at sunrise. Sticking with it, gonna drag it a little while longer. Come on, baby. Come on, baby, what we got here? Feels better than one of the channel casts we had earlier today. Coming on up, 30-pound Andy line, Ugly Stik GX2 we're testing out. First trip on the water with them, and a Abu Garcia 6500 with a big old sexy Gamex power handle. Wind's picking up. trolling into the wind too, by the way. There he is. That is a channel cat. Oh, he's dragging another line. No wonder he's, dang. You don't get them that big on Lake Wiley anymore. This used to be the size channel cat we would need to win a tournament back in the day. You'd need 5 of these, and man, you can't find a channel cat that big in Lake Wiley anymore. Come here, come here, come here. Open your mouth. There we go. There we go, big boy. Get the bait out. I know. Nature don't like to give up protein. No matter what the situation. Look at that channel cat. He's bleeding. He's got it hooked in the bottom of the mouth. Get a good shot of him and get him back alive. All right, guys, there's another channel cat. That's a big one, man. It's cool to see the big channel cats up here. I wish we had more blues, but hey, I'll take what the lake gives me. Glad to catch a fish. Better catch rates than what I've had on Lake Wiley recently. So I think that's number maybe 7 in the boat. I can't keep up. Better than what we've had, so happy to get that one. I'm gonna keep dragging through here a little bit longer. I'm about done. It's middle of the day here. It's up around 1 o'clock. We'll give it a little bit further and call it a day, but so far good fishing. Guys, look at that. I cannot tell if that's a fish or a snag. Or a log. I ain't felt a head shake yet. That's the weird thing. Yep, it's moving. It is a moving. Wish I could get this other planer board back behind it. Ugh. I think that is a fish. If it is, it's a good fish. Let's see if I can let this board go back behind it and keep this tight. I don't think that's gonna work. See if I can pull this board to the inside a little bit. Try to bring this one to the outside. This is, if this is a fish, it's a good test of the rod. If it's not a fish, it's still a good test of the rod. But it's gonna be a nice log either way. It was such a significant hit that I did not think it was a catfish. Like I said, I haven't felt a total head shake either. I might have snapped a limb off of a brush pile. We'll find out. I think he's into that other line. That ain't good. That ain't good. Whatever it is into that other. Maybe not. I don't know. Probably is. Like I said, I ain't seen it, felt it move yet. That's what's. Normally you get a good head shake on one of these things. I hope I'm not lifting up a tree. It ain't acting like a fish. Oh, I felt something pull. That's a fish. Oh heck, that's a fish. That's a fish. That's a good fish. That is a good fish. This will be the test for this rod right here, guys. This will be the test. This is a good fish. I'm trying to see if I see it on sonar yet. Come on, big boy. Oh. Back that drag off. Not too much. There we go. This is a good fish. Oh, baby. Oh. 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 I gotta slow the boat down. There we go. Oh, this is a good one. Come on, baby. Stay buttoned. This is behaving like a very large specimen. This point's just trying to fool him to the top. I'm baffled. Very heavy fish. Very heavy. He's about 40 feet down, believe it or not. Trying to get some line on him. This is a recipe for disaster. There's not a lot of drag on this thing. Not a lot of drag on it. He's wanting to go to the bottom. He's coming up. I think he's getting a little tired. He's up to 20. He's not gonna like this when that water starts getting lighter. Man. If I wanted to test these rods out, this is the test for it. Oh, he's within close shot of the boat. Need to get him out from underneath it though. Need him out away from it. Oh, come on, big boy. Come on, biggin. Keep on a coming. Never marked anything on the sonar. There we go. This is unreal, dude. This is unreal. After the 82 pounder I caught on Thanksgiving, I catch a giant like this. Thank you, Lord. I don't deserve this. This is amazing. Thank you, Lord. He hit one of the cut baits, by the way. This was one of the rattles. This is a big fish. This is a big fish. Oh, Lord, mercy. Oh, God. There he is, guys. That is a new PB for me out of Lake Norman. A little bit over 60 pounds. 60 pounds and some change. Let's see, I'm about 60. 63 in the net. So it was right under 63. That's a good fish. Man, what a beast. I can't believe I caught this thing. I can't believe you. Thank you, Lord. Let's get him back alive. He's gonna make a splash when he hits the water. Oh. Wow. I can't believe this, man. Thank you, Lord. What a December I've had. This is unreal. I get a personal best all time on Lake Wiley. And then this fish. I don't know, 60 feet of water. Perch head. It was on one of the rattling baits. One of the baits that ain't been touched all day. And wide open space out here, man. That's crazy. That's It's an amazing fish. It just shows you sometimes a little persistence pays off, and fishing places you don't normally fish or used to fishing. Here, fishing in literally 60 feet of water, not something I fish at home on my home lake or Lake Watery, Monticello for that matter. I mean, and this is the mid-depth range, so there you go. I mean, what a fish. I think it was 33 by 45, I believe, something like that. And in the scale, in the net, I think it was 60, almost 63, so it's basically 60 pounds and a few ounces. So great fish, back alive for y'all to catch. What a trip. Oh, and you got to see the GX2 rod. If you're gonna do a test on it and get lucky and catch a really big fish first trip out with it, that was a test. So there you go. What a day. What a day.